Paige, and I want to share my story and hopefully inspire people and help people. So I had a car accident. My car was rolling, I don't really know what happened, but I had a fence post go through my leg and it broke my femur and severed my sciatic nerve. There was 2 bits of wood, one they both come through the windscreen, one was in the passenger seat and then one, it was literally like a 4x4 bit of wood like in my leg. And you know like when they say like when you die like there's a light, like there was a light and I could see like my son, my mum, my brother. But then I remember I heard like my son like, Mommy, wake up. Like I just had bare faces flashing and I remember the light. But then the next thing I remember I was in hospital. And my mum was there, my dad, my brother. They told me like, I remember somebody come in and they said to me like there's a possibility we might have to amputate your leg. So from then I just thought, oh my God. Then I was told I'd have to be in a wheelchair and I might not walk. Could they say like the injury that I had was so unique, they didn't really know the outcome. It was just kind of play it by ear. Like even to this day I say if I didn't have my son, I would be like an alcoholic or I would hurt myself, but I wouldn't want to live. But he is the reason why I'm living, because I went through so much. So I'd never thought I would make it through. Like when I look back now, I'm like, right, like you actually did it. Do you know what I mean? Like I've come a long way, and I forgot. Like I swear, like your mind shuts off bits of the trauma what you've been through. They didn't know whether they needed to shorten my leg or do whatever. So the surgeon, my surgeon, he drove to go and meet like a top trauma surgeon and to ask for his opinion. So he drove and met him like in a pub to ask about me, which when I was told that, I just thought, wow, like I didn't realise they went out their way that much to actually help, like, you know, their patients. Like after the bed rest, they got me out of bed real quick. They was like, you need to get up and walk. So it was like a shock because obviously I've just been led there for 10 weeks doing nothing, and then they wanted me to get up and walk. And I had like a frame, like a, you know, like the Zimmer frame, whatever you call it. I went physiotherapy. I done hydrotherapy, which is like physio but in the water. And then I just used to come, like we'd go out on walks and just, yeah, slowly building up the strength in my leg, I guess. It was just hard, like the recovery. Then I had to learn to walk, do stairs, I had crutches, I had a walker. Like I used to listen to music daily, like Stormzy, Blinded by Your Grace. That was every day I played that, because the words to me, I was like, even I got goosebumps. But the words, I just thought, right, like I needed this. Then I started gym, and I just kind of do my own thing in the gym and just make it work. Like as long as it's hurting and I can feel it, then I know something's working in my leg and it's getting stronger. You go gym, you could go there feeling rubbish, you come out and you just feel good, do you know what I mean? But then when I see like my legs getting stronger, so because it was nerve damage what happened, I took 3 centimeters out of my sciatic nerve, which is what controls your leg. So they said from my knee down I wouldn't be able to move it, I wouldn't have anything, but like I can, it's only like a little flinch whatever, but that's something. So like that just makes me want to keep working it. But if it took 5 years and I've got a little bit of movement, if I just keep working it over the next 5, I could have something more, do you know what I mean? Like, but like for my ankle and my toes, I can't move them or anything. My consultant in Bristol, he was like, wow, like he was so shocked. And then he was like, can I use you, like my case, as a case study for like student doctors and that? I said yeah, because it was just like, we never expected this outcome, which is good. If you've been through something like that and you're still here, like you've got another chance of life, so live it. Because that's one thing I learned. Like for a long time I felt like I was down and depressed and feeling sorry for myself. I mean, I still do some days, don't get it twisted, but I'm still here, so that there must be a purpose, do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like my purpose is for my son, but also to help and inspire other people. Like when I was going through like the recovery, I wanted to go to like a trauma support group or something, but there wasn't anything for me to go to, like nothing. Like, because I felt like talking to people that's been through similar experiences would have helped me, because like, I could talk to my people as much as I can, but because they haven't been through it, I kind of felt like you don't get it, do you know what I mean? As much as I love them and they're there to support me, but they don't get it. I mean, going forward, I'd like to start my own trauma group eventually to help people that's been through like traumas, because at the time that I needed the service, that there wasn't a lot out there. I kind of had to just deal with it by myself. But I feel like if I had support of like other people that's been through it, or been through it like a similar situation, it would have helped me like a lot, mentally and physically as well. And I'd also like to, I think, some point next year I want to climb Snowdonia for charity. Just kind of push myself to show people that no matter what, you can still, if you set your mind to it, you can do it. Do you know what I mean? And I feel walking for me as well helps me mentally, so I'd like to do that for charity. And then with the money, hopefully, that I do raise, I'd want to give it to Southmead Hospital, the trauma hospital where I was. Give it to the ward that I was in, because they looked after me a lot.